Hi everyone, today, we're going to take a look at the 5 best smartwatches for Samsung phones on the market for this year. First, we're going to show you our 5 best picks, then we'll talk about what you should look for before buying a best smartwatches for Samsung phones. Are you trying to find a smartwatch that works with your Samsung smartphone? Whether you own the recently released Samsung Galaxy S20 or older models like the S9, S8, S7, Note 8, etc. from the high-end line, or more current models like the Galaxy S10, Note 10, or Note 9. The watches we've mentioned are compatible with both high-performance devices and low-cost ones, including the Galaxy J series, A series, M series, and others. Number 5. TicWatch E3. In terms of cost versus functionality, the TicWatch E3 is the same as the previous watches in the Mobvoi TicWatch E series. It is not the best watch to match with your Samsung Galaxy S7, S8, S09, S10, S20, Note 9 and 10 from a design perspective due to its weight and subpar plastic construction. However, the watch does run Wear OS, which was supposed to be updated to version 3.0, and it supports more advanced fitness and health tracking. It also has a strong battery life. Because it has a lower quality LCD panel, the TicWatch E3's display won't meet your demands if you're looking for a high-end display. The watch's thickness prevents individuals with big wrists from wearing it, despite the larger screen. The watch doesn't have LTE connection, which is increasingly becoming essential for high-end smartwatches, but it can make calls and send messages when used with Android phones. It features the intriguingly new Wear 4100 processor from Qualcomm and promises 8 GB of storage. It does a decent job of managing Wear OS and outside apps. Keep in mind that the watch contains Google Assistant, a voice assistant, and the ability to make contactless payments via Google Pay and Google Maps. Except for ECG tracking, the watch has all the advanced health features you'd expect from a smartwatch. Sleep tracking, heart rate tracking, and blood oxygen tracking are all reasonably accurate. To keep track of your workouts, there are a variety of sports modes accessible. You can examine your current statistics on the watch, and you can obtain a post-workout report via the companion app. The watch's battery performance is also extremely good. On a single charge, it can function for 1 to 2 days in smartwatch mode and up to 7 days in battery saver mode, essential mode. Number 4. Garmin Venu 2 Plus. The newest Venu series watch is outstanding in many ways. However, it also features a crisp display, more performance statistics, and greater battery life. The highlights include Bluetooth calling and support for a range of voice assistants, including Bixby and Google Assistant. The Garmin Fenix 7 is certainly a superior choice if you wish to attach a rugged, outdoor watch to your Samsung Galaxy S7, S8, S09, S10, S20, Note 9 and 10. But in terms of frequent use and a full feature set, the Venu 2 Plus is difficult to match. Its 1.3-inch color AMOLED touchscreen, 416 by 416, and sturdy 43mm stainless steel chassis give it a premium look and feel. Garmin watches' screens weren't always their finest suit, but the Venu series and the Venu 2 Plus in particular changed that. The smarts are nothing compared to the Apple Watch Series 7 or the Galaxy Watch 4, but everything else is dependable. The built-in speaker and microphone on your wrist can be used to answer calls, or a headset or headphones can be connected instead. You have access to a ton of music storage and can download playbacks from popular streaming services like Spotify, Deezer, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Garmin Pay, which functions well in North America but has less general acceptance than Apple Pay or Samsung Pay, is also supported by the watch and allows contactless payments. Venu 2 Plus excels in terms of physical fitness and wellness. The watch can track a variety of sports, including riding, swimming, hiking, and more. Garmin watches have succeeded throughout the years due to their superior internal GPS. Additionally, the business has integrated some of its most modern blood oxygen sensors and thermometers for health monitoring. The watch can also track stress levels, sleeping habits, hydration, menstrual cycles, and it may eventually add ECG functionality. Trust us when we say that health and fitness tracking would be the last thing you'd miss on this watch, despite the Garmin Venu 2 Plus having a vast range of functions that beg for a separate post. The battery performs really well as well. If the always-on display is turned off, the watch can run for up to 12 days on a single battery. It can run for up to 9 days on a single charge. There is a battery saver mode that, if necessary, disables some other features and increases your battery life by roughly 20 hours. Number 3. Amazfit GTS 2 Mini. The Amazfit GTS 2 Mini, which costs about $100, is a great smartwatch for individuals on a small budget. The GTS 2 Mini is an excellent entry-level alternative if you're new to the smartwatch business or don't want to spend a lot on your first wearable, even if we don't recommend combining a dirt-cheap watch with your pricey Samsung Galaxy S7, S8, S09, S10, S20, Note 9 and 10 phone. It works with both Android and iPhone. Its sleek, minimalist design will appeal to people who want something that looks nice and is easy to use. Unexpectedly, for the price of the watch, Xiaomi has managed to add a superior display. It sports a larger and crisper 1.55-inch AMOLED display than the first-generation GTS. The watch also has a ton of amazing features, like the ability to track your steps, heart rate, and sleep quality. With the GPS, accelerometer, and gyroscope that are already built in, you can monitor your runs and rides without having to worry about it getting wet because it is water-resistant. However, don't get too excited because it lacks the tracking accuracy of high-end smartwatches. The Amazfit GTS 2 Mini has a long battery life, so you can use it all day without having to worry about charging it. The Toolz operating system, which enables the unusually long battery life of this watch, also has a number of drawbacks. For instance, the watch's UI may benefit with some hello love, and its smarts, which only provide push notifications, Bluetooth calling, and a little amount of audio storage, are somewhat basic. Number 2. Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. You may select between the Galaxy Watch Active 2 and the Galaxy Watch 3 to link with your Samsung S7, S8, S9, S10, S20, Note 9 and 10, depending on your needs. These two goods have a substantial price gap while having almost equal characteristics. The fact that these older Samsung watches continue to run Tizen is a serious drawback. If you've been following the headlines around wearables, you may be aware that Samsung and Google worked together to create Wear 3.0, which replaced Tizen in GW4. A fashionable, affordably priced wristwatch with a lot to offer is the Galaxy Watch Active 2. The watch comes in a range of sizes and colors and has a comprehensive feature set for tracking your health. It also has an LTE edition. Its extraordinary resistance to water and damage is demonstrated by the 5 ATM rating and insignia with the military standard certification. The display is transparent and the bezel is smaller with a 360 by 360 resolution. On the Active 2, a digital bezel makes speedy UI navigation possible. Wearing the watch at night is straightforward. The wearable features of the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 are much the same, despite the fact that there are a few less third-party apps available. These include Under Armour, Strava, Spotify, and a few more brands. The health sections have advanced features like SpO2, ECG, and blood pressure. The watch excels as a tool for health and fitness, but when it comes to sports tracking, it falls short of Polar and Garmin models. Finally, it's a bit disappointing that the battery life is just around 2 days on a single charge. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 Classic is the watch that comes to mind when considering a wearable to pair with your Samsung S7, S8, S09, S10, S20, Note 9 and 10. It is exclusively compatible with Android and runs Google's upgraded Wear OS. There are two sizes available, 40 and 44 mm, as well as Bluetooth and LTE for communication. One of the watch's main selling points is its design. The Active 2 watch's touch-rotating bezel and display technology are still in use. To 450 by 450 pixels, the resolution has been slightly raised. Excellent viewing angles, color saturation, contrast levels, etc. are all present. In terms of display, it is a true match for high-end Samsung phones like the S7, S8, S09, S10, S20, Note 9 and 10. The smartwatch has a 1.5 GHz Exynos 9220 dual-core processor, 1.5 GB of RAM, and 16 GB of internal storage. The watch can effortlessly manage the Wear OS platform and all of its third-party apps thanks to these strong specifications. It satisfies all requirements for fitness and health. The GW4 is the only smartwatch on the market featuring a BIA sensor to determine the amounts of body water, fat, and muscle. It may also capture readings for the ECG and blood pressure in addition to the usual metrics like heart rate, blood oxygen level, stress, sleep, and more. Furthermore, it has the ability to accurately track a variety of activities, such as cycling, swimming, walking, and more. The battery life is quoted at 2 to 3 days on a single charge when the always-on display is disabled. The watch charges quickly as a result of Qi wireless charging capability. However, keep in mind that if a charger isn't accessible, the 4.5W reverse wireless charging capability on your S7, S8, S09, S10, S20, Note 9 and 10 phone can quickly replenish the watch battery. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time, see you guys later.